Now, amid questions being raised once again over electronic voting machines, the Election Commission will be holding a news briefing at 4:30 this evening. This particularly after one incident has come to light from Maharashtra, where an MP's kin has been booked for using their phone that allegedly unlocks the EVMs. Now, this Sena MP's kin relatives used the phone in a counting booth and have been booked. The Election Commission officer had a mobile phone which generates OTP while counting. Maharashtra Police's lens is now on an Election Commission official because of his alleged role also in helping this member of parliament. Cops are alleging that Ravindra Vaikar's kin had a phone that unlocks the electronic voting machine. Now, amid serious questions being raised about whether the EVM was compromised and what that really means for the entire electoral process, now the Election Commission will hold a news briefing in just a bit from now at 4:30 this evening. Dipesh is joining us live with more details on this. Dipesh, extremely worrying incident that's led to a political showdown also. Take us through really the details of what really happened in Maharashtra first, because the Election Commission now is set to respond to questions about whether these EVMs can be hacked, whether they can be compromised.
Yes, the seat for which the whole issue, the whole question is now pertaining, therefore the Election Commission is taking a press conference on it, and it was one of the most closest fight in this Lok Sabha polls, where Ravindra Vaikar from Eknath Shinde faction just won by margin of 48 seats. The whole issue started when Ravindra Vaikar relative used a mobile phone inside the counting center, which was not allowed by the Election Commission, and that phone was of Election Commission, which was used to unlock the EVM, and that phone was given to Vaikar's relative by the election officer Gurav. So the whole process was now in the question, and therefore the Election Commission is holding a press conference right now. We are at the office of Election Commission, where they will going to hold a press conference at around 4:30, and they will try to clear the air that what exactly happened and how the whole process is, how process took place, and what action will be, or what or what investigation will be from the Election Commission side will be done.
Dipesh, stay with me. We're going to continue tracking the latest on the story. Just to round up for our viewers all that's happened so far in this massive story, clearly raising questions about lapses in an electronic voting machine security. The story pertains to newly elected Sena MP Ravindra Vaikar and his relatives who've been booked. His kin have been booked for using a mobile phone inside the counting center back on June 4th. An Election Commission official who was present with the relative has also been implicated, which means, yes, what's been confirmed based on the investigation is that there was an EC official who actually compromised the EVM in that particular booth. Now, an FIR has been filed against both the Election Commission official and the Shinde Sena man. Cops have discovered that Vaikar's relative had a phone that was actually capable of unlocking EVMs, while EC officer, identified as Gaurav, possessed a phone that generates OTPs during counting. So together they managed to actually go ahead and perhaps, go ahead and tweak the EVM result. The phone was used until 4:30 p.m. during a very, very close contest that played out. The newly elected Shinde Sena MP won by a narrow margin of just about 48 votes, which is why there's a bigger glare right now on exactly what happened with this EVM. The Election Commission, under scrutiny, has provided CCTV footage to the police. 3 teams are probing this serious and alarming breach, analysing call detail records and also questioning why the phone, which was required to be surrendered post an OTP generation, was not retrieved in this case by the returning officer. So there could be multiple officers who are actually involved. This incident has sparked serious concern about the Election Commission's oversight. Congress MP Rahul Gandhi has also in fact reacted, slamming EVMs, calling them a black box and criticising the lack of transparency and accountability in the electoral process.
The election of this particular constituency has to be put on a stay. Ravindra Vaikar cannot take oath till the time this investigation is not conducted and till the time what we're demanding is not authorized to do several rounds of recounting. I'm asking for putting it on stay and investigation should be carried out, and if Election Commission fails to do its duty, we are going to challenge it in the court of law. This is a clear case of corruption, a clear case of, arm twisting a result out of nothing at all. After having declared a candidate as a winner, he was declared as a loser. So whether it is, and again, I'm not saying this because out of the hat, I have concerns about the EVM. Mumbai police investigation is showing that. Should I totally disregard? It's exactly like how Dharmendra Pradhan continues to ignore the paper leak, despite economic offences wing of Bihar saying that they have arrested people. Are we supposed to turn a blind eye to every issue that concerns this nation?
Let's take this back across to Dipesh for more details. Dipesh, in this particular case, you look at the result. As you had pointed out, the winning MP here had won by just about 48 votes. Now you've got one election commission official who's been booked. The relative of the winning Shinde Sena MP has also been booked. But there are questions about whether more officials are also involved, like the returning officer.
Yes, there are possibilities. There might be some persons who might be involved in this, because right now the police investigation is going on, and the most important thing that before Vaigar declared as a winner, Amol Kirtikar was declared as a winner by the margin of more than 200 votes. But after the recounting request made by the Vaikar and Vaikar win in the ballot paper counting just by a margin of 48 votes. So then the whole process now is in a questionable. The most important thing that police is now also police now had sent the mobile phone to the forensic department for the forensic analysis, and they are waiting for the forensic report. Also, police has asked for the CCTV of the entire counting center from the Election Commission, and on the basis of that, the police investigation will proceed.
All right, we'll track the latest that comes in on this big story. Dipesh, getting us the latest from Mumbai right now. 3 police teams have been formed to probe the breach at this point and identify if the rot actually runs deeper. At this point, you've got 2 people who've been booked so far. But here's what actually happened. The EVM is unlocked using an OTP. And in this particular case, the OTP was given to the EC official, after which they're supposed to deposit their phones. This official, who's guilty, who's been booked, didn't return phone. Instead, he took it inside into the counting center, and then with the help of the relative of the Shinde Sena MP, managed to unlock the EVM. Now, amid this entire controversy, it's taken an international global spin as well, with Elon Musk also commenting on this entire issue. Musk on social media pitched for eliminating electronic voting machines. He actually raised concerns about its usage in the voting process, saying that EVMs can be hacked. Musk said any machine can be hacked, and his remarks come at a time when the opposition is crying foul, alleging EVM rigging. Musk's remarks were slammed by former Union Minister Rajiv Chandrasekhar. It's important to highlight that Elon Musk, while talking about EVMs, wasn't really referring to India, but another country where allegedly the EVM was hacked. Rajiv Chandrasekhar reacted, however, countering Musk on social media, saying that Indian EVMs cannot be hacked and it cannot be connected by any device like Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, among others. He also added that Musk's remark is a huge sweeping generalization and implies no one can build secure digital hardware.